Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Gardener. In today's video we are going to be talking about, is it okay to keep your succulents in an air conditioned room? Of course guys, you can definitely keep your succulents in a room wherein you have your air conditioner running. A lot of people might start having issues, especially during summers when the temperatures tend to rise. Ideally 33-34 degrees Celsius, that's what usually the temperature in my city is during summers, and I haven't had any issues so far. With a temperature ranging between 33 to 34 degrees Celsius, the succulents will do quite well. There won't be much of an issue. That is pretty much their comfort zone. But of course, if the temperatures are rising above 38 degrees Celsius, 39 in some cities, even 40 degrees Celsius and above, then of course keeping succulents out is going to be a big task, big challenge. Most probably the succulents might go into semi-dormancy because of the extreme amount of heat. It is going to be outside the comfort zone. So if you are planning to get your succulents indoor, and if you have a question whether the succulents will do well in an air conditioning room, please do not be worried. It's absolutely okay if your temperature indoor is running anywhere between 18 degrees Celsius to 21 degrees Celsius. Ideally, a lot of people tend to keep their air conditionings at around 21 degrees Celsius indoor, and that is absolutely okay. The succulents are definitely going to love it because they prefer dry and cooler environment. But please do not keep a humidifier anywhere closer to your succulents. That is not going to work out really well, because they prefer a slightly dry environment, and usually inside the home it's a little bit dry, and that is going to work out really well with a cooler temperature. But this is the least of your concerns. The major concern is going to be the lighting, because that is something that you need to look into. If you are a person whose house is facing the east or south and you get a good amount of morning direct sunlight, probably you can keep your succulent closer to the window. And if you're receiving a good amount of morning direct sunlight, it's absolutely fine. You can keep them over there. And if you are a person who only receives afternoon direct sunlight, probably you can just draw the curtain, or you can use some kind of filtration, and that is also going to work out really well. If you are a person who only tends to receive indirect bright light, then probably you can take the light meter and check. If the light meter reading shows anywhere above 2000 or 3000 lux, then I think that should be absolutely okay. There won't be any problem. Apart from that, also keep a visual check, because you will be moving them to a new place. So within a week or so, probably 1 to 2 weeks, the succulent itself will let you know whether it requires more light or less light. But if you are a person who does not receive any light for whatever reason, then of course you have to invest in a good quality of grow light. Otherwise it's going to be very tough for you to grow your succulents, because at all given point of time there has to be a good amount of light in order for the succulents to grow, at least for let's say 10 hours or 11 hours. Even if it's indirect bright light, it has to be for around 8 to 9 hours. If not, then you'll have to use grow lights. That is the only option. Without lights, you cannot grow your succulents. They will start to stretch. They will start getting weaker. Apart from that, watering is also something that you'll have to keep in mind, because if you have been growing your succulents outdoor all this while, now getting them indoor, your watering schedule will also change. You cannot have the same watering schedule what you used to have outdoor. Outdoors, the soil used to dry faster because of the external factors, but now that your succulents are indoor, there is very less amount of air circulation, so the soil will also take a lot of time to dry. So you have to keep all of these things in mind. But as I said, air conditioning is the last of your worries. You do not need to be worried. The succulents will do absolutely fantastic. In fact, they might even get a lot of color because of the cooler temperature. But yes, light is something that you will have to figure out some way or the other. But guys, please do not keep your succulents out if the temperatures are above 40 degrees Celsius. It is not going to work out really well. The succulent will get damaged, especially if this is your first summer. You have just purchased your succulent last winter, and now this is going to be your first summer. Then it is going to be extremely challenging, very difficult. A lot of the succulents, new purchase succulents, might not survive a 40 degrees Celsius of temperature. So you have to be extremely careful. That is the reason why I always advise you guys, if you are a beginner, do not get in a lot of succulents. 2 or 3 succulents will be more than enough, because if you are going to buy 50 succulents in one go during the summers, this is what's going to happen. If you have not planned well in advance, you are going to have a hard time. So please don't be worried. It is absolutely okay to keep your succulents in an air conditioning room. The succulents will do fantastic. Just keep a watch on the light and keep a watch on your watering, and I think it is going to work out really well. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.